inauguración del Festival Internacional de Cine de San Sebastián 2024. Recibimos a los cómicos Andreu Buenafuente y Berto Romero.
Ongi Torri, welcome to the 72nd edition of the San Sebastian International Film Festival. Well, that's some opening sentence. The only thing we really understood is San Sebastian, and the folk say it like Donosti say it. Well, it's an honor for us. 72nd is like, just say 72. Just leave your high horses. It's an honor for us to be chosen. English isn't, you don't get complicated. International Film Festival, or SIF. How does that sound? To present this International Film Festival, Cinemaldia is what they say here. Do you want to continue? No. I don't know what to say. Well, this festival is the most important of those that can be seen in all the Spanish-speaking countries. So they're one of the longest and prestigious in Europe. We wanted to highlight this for 9 days here in San Sebastian. It's going to become the center of all of looks. What are you talking about? Looks. You can't even read that. Why aren't you wearing your glasses? Is that you fussy about your look? No, it's not that I'm being fussy. But we're not only here as presenters, but we've also been called because we're actors, film people. And Andrea, the actor, and I've said this to you many times, I'm going to repeat it, the actor is different from a TV Andrea, because I don't wear glasses. And so therefore, this is starting, I want to promote this, and what better place to do this here? You should do it. It's to highlight my look. Can you feel it? My piercing look? Well, okay, be careful. Okay, the stage is a bit high. Wear your glasses, because otherwise you might fall and break your neck. Well, there are many others that couldn't see, and they work, like Peter Sellers, Paco Martinez Soria. And what's that other in now? They're dead. Well, please, put your glasses on, okay. For 9 days, we will celebrate the cinema by screening great movies from all over the world in Donosti, which is a hugely cinematic city. This was the home of Spain's oldest cinema. Careful, the Palacio de Bellas Artes, which is about to be turned into tourist apartments. I think that when the gala is finished, we should take turns and make sure that there's always someone there, in case they slip in some German tourists. We know what we're talking about. We live in Barcelona. This is a hugely popular festival opening to everyone, and I want to congratulate San Sebastian for maintaining such a prestigious festival for so many years, despite its disadvantage as a city. What do you mean? Donosti is too pretty. It invites you to go out. This is the dynamic of films. They're always held in incredible places. Cannes, Venice, Donosti. If you want to get people in cinemas, you want this. If the city's beautiful, it doesn't help. Well, don't we agree? A film festival should be held in a properly ugly city, like that the one like you're all thinking of, and would like to say out loud, if we weren't in 2024 and joke about the place where people were born wasn't the main reason for acting a comedian. Great. Great, you've deconstructed the joke. Yes, I deconstruct the joke, or don't deconstruct my face. The festival also has an official selection with a series of competing films that have to meet various requirements, like, for example, not having participated in other festivals, or it has so little success that no one's heard of them. Yes, they also have to be movies produced this year. You can't just turn up with an old film. And remember that if the rule exists, it's because someone's already done it. Someone turned up like it was a period piece, and it wasn't. They don't have to be, okay, it doesn't have to rain in all of them. So the film has a section, New Directors, where international directors compete with their first and second films. Note how they've extended it to include second films, because sometimes the first ones weren't very good. They may be fine to show the family because they love you, do whatever you do, but not for really taking them around, showing them to folk. That's what Sylvia tells me when I put on shorts. Thanks a lot for that image that we'll never forget out of our minds. Special mention for the screenings in the Velodrome. This is incredible. They get together, where up to 3,000 people come together to see the same, to watch a premiere. They get all the people who go to the cinema throughout the year in one single day. This edition will be a tribute to Argentinian cinema, like I said, the latest, Darin's latest film. Argentine cinema is in danger. There's a man, Javier Milei, who's determined to shut it up. And I don't want to put him off, but good luck to anyone who tries to shut up people from Argentina. Yeah. Milei is another of those politicians who have taken possession of the word freedom, stripping it of all its meaning, like we've done here with bro, for example. I completely agree with bro. We'll be on the 24th at the stairs in the Corcel Auditorium. Then we'll be joined by the person who we owe all of these movies and the canapé served to us on the way into this guy, who's the festival director, José Luis Rebordinos. Where is he? He's in here somewhere. Great guy. Great. Thank you, José Luis. Marvelous. He said, this time I'm going to sit down. In other festivals, he was always standing up. He said, I'm going to sit down to see you. Thank you very much for inviting us. It's a pleasure to be here. And by the way, you've lost a lot of weight. You're becoming very, very thin. Well, and I say that kind of way. It's a film. The suit is like when it's, he's wearing your brother's suit. Well, you know that Rebordino said, is he leaving? Yes, it's his last festival. No. He said he's leaving it in 3 years' time. He's giving us plenty of notes, like Xavi with the Barça, who told us that beforehand. So you mean that if he's 62 just now, he's going to leave when he's 65? What an ace. He's certainly not going to lose a day of his pension payments. Well, he's the best. Well, we only know that he's leaving this festival. Perhaps he'll do like Xavi and go to Qatar to direct a film festival there. We're talking about the San Sebastian Film Festival, which is what we're talking about, aren't we? That's what we're here for. We have to talk about stars and award winners. These days there will be lots of stars in the streets of the city, loads of them. More stars, too many, more stars than French people. You'll be able to tell the French part apart from the stars because the stars are a bit more humble, less arrogant. You clap. Well, we're leaving this evening, so we don't have to put up with all the flack. But among them is the actress, producer Kate Blanchett. I call her Kate. I call her Kate Blanchett, who will receive the Donostia Award this year, and Pedro Almodóvar, who I also call Pedro Almodóvar, who will receive the Donostia Award. And will be accompanied by Javier Bardem. I call him Javier as well, what a surprise, who's coming to collect what? Guess what? The Donostia Award. Do you know that what these award winners have in common, Berto? That none of them wear glasses. Think about that. Bardem's coming to get the one he received last year, but was unable to collect it due to the writers and actors strike. So he wasn't. So what do you know? What a philosophical question. How can a Spanish actor tell if he's on strike? I mean, isn't actors' strike a bit of an oxymoron, like thunderous silence, illusory reality, tasty broccoli? Isn't the term striking actor a redundancy of cinema, like a good budget? I'm just asking. I went on strike, Berto. Oh, really? Yes, I did. I was at home waiting for someone to call me, and I said that day, no, I'm not waiting. Fuck them. And anyway, I walked out without my glasses, and I hurt myself. Javier Bardem is a national treasure. Let's talk about him. He's such a versatile actor, and he's played so many different and widely varying parts that he's become a reference, not only for other actors, but for anyone in the street. There are psychologists that use Javier Bardem as an emotional pantone. They take out many pictures of him and they ask you, what kind of Bardem do you feel like today? And you go, well, I'm feeling low, a bit like my Ramon San Pedro, you can see inside. Today I'm raring to go, tip-top, a bit like Stilgar in June. And what great hair. Javier's got his great hair. Wow. I want to ask him some hair to do. What? It grows like bamboo. When Bardem combs, he's got to shake the pandas out of the brush. I want to remind you that this year, 250 50 films will be screened in 6 competitive sections throughout the week. The movie Champions League and in 7 non-competitive sections. The cinematic singles versus married. More than 200 films in 9 days. And I can't forget this. And some must have thought, that doesn't sound like a lot. I wish the festival would never end. Well, wish it would never end, like I say. Well, for those that are in luck, there's a thing called Z365, activities and screenings that are carried out all year round. We know that some folk have slipped from one festival to the other, and that technically they're still in the edition in 1983 edition. And anyway, and in the end, it's an honor to form part of this Film Festival and to inaugurate the 72nd edition of the San Sebastian International Film Festival. Ongi etorri, welcome. Thank you. This is what the joke. Now we're going to talk. Bardem is very smart. I asked him to present the gala, but he hasn't given us the really important bits to do. He's good, Bardem. He knows what he's doing. We've been given the part of R2-D2 and C-3PO, but it's not us who are piloting the Millennium Falcon. It's Barbara Goenaga. Good evening. Thank you very much. You can't imagine what it means for me to be here in the San Sebastian Film Festival, in this city, marvelous city, in front of so many marvelous people, and I'm here with this pair of complete numpkins. Yes. Good evening, Andreu. With the good comedians in the Basque Country, they've got to bring these two all the way from Barcelona. We only do this here. Everyone come along here. Well, yes, because Andreu Buenafuente, hi, hello, who did his military service in the Basque Country, and he thinks they're going to give him the city's golden drum. But he really believes so. He really believes so. For example, yesterday he went to Juancho's bar last night and asked them to put tomato into his tortilla baguette. A bit of tomato. Good evening, Donostia. Good evening. And you handed back the cider because they didn't have enough bubbles in it. That's Andreu. And I think there are many other comedians, for example, Oscar Terol, Ángel Alcain, Gorka Aguinalde, who's got a big neb as well. But we brought these two along. And Berto. Hi, good evening, Berto. Good evening. Berto, you leave him in the Chindoki mountain and he'd get eaten alive by the wolves in 2 hours. That's how well-mannered he is. But if I have to be sincere, I've said all of these jokes because I feel uncomfortable. So, maybe you can go nip out for a drink, and as you're going to talk a lot later, if you want, you can go and have a drink of water for it. Just nip out. I say yes. Okay, whatever you say. Perfect. Of course. But first of all, I'd like to say something in Basque. No, don't do that. No, don't do that. Yes. No, I don't think you need to. No, not in front of them. No, but I need it. But I can't avoid it, but excuse us as a Basque person. I feel a lot of admiration for the Basque culture and Basque, one of the oldest languages in the world. Their creativity, their courage, and its love for traditions and nature should be an example for everybody. Thank you. I'm not too sure whether you know, but pixka bat is a lot. And before presenting the sections and some of the competing films, I would like to ask you on behalf of the whole Cinemaldi team a round of applause for Alberto Arizaga, colleague who has ties with the festival for more than 20 years, who has left us this season. A warm hug to his family.
Escondido tras las cañas duerme mi primera amor, llevo tu luz y tu olor por donde quiera que vaya, y amontonado en tu arena guardo amor, juegos y penas, yo que en la piel tengo el sabor amargo de ella.
Eta zinemaldiak 13 sail ditu. Sail horietan, zinemaldiarekin lankidetzan aritzen diren enpresa batzuek balio jakin batzuk aurkezten dituzten.
Some of the collaborating companies participate with economic prizes going to projects that represent a series of values, such as the first or second films by new movie makers in the new directors section, or the Cooperation Española Award, or the Basque Euskadi Country 2030 Agenda Award, going to films that contribute to fostering human rights. We have an award for films about food and Basque products, one dedicated to gender-related subjects, and 2 audience awards, and so on until reaching the 12 awards given in these parallel sections. And we have an official section made up this year of 21 films, of which 16 are in competition, including Michael Lee's latest movie, Hard Truths, the latest feature from Costa Gavras, the Nostria Award winner in 2019, the film Conclave with Ralph Fiennes, and film by Pilar Palomino, Alberto Ruiz Azuara, and Cia Boyain, amongst others. The first film by Albert Serra at the Cinemaldia, a great year of movies at the film festival. Here are some of the films you can see. In the official selection, we will give 7 awards crowned by the Golden Shell going to the year's best film. This is an enormously popular festival where the real public fills not only the cinemas, but also a very special space for us, the Velodrome, where this year we will present the series Out of Competition, the series Celeste by Diego San Jose, featuring Carmen Machi. We will also present the latest season of Golazen, the Basque language series now boasting 11 seasons. And also at the Velodrome, we will see Marco, the latest film from our much-loved and greatly admired directors Arregui and Garaño. And this year, we will have 3 Donostia Awards. One of them will go to Javier Bardem tomorrow, another to the Australian actress Kate Blanchett, and next Thursday, the last one will go to Pedro Almodóvar. You can follow those Donostia Award galas on ETV4, eitv.eus on La Dos, and RTVE Play. All of this play of stars and talent would be impossible without the festival's partner institutions. Of course, the San Sebastian City Council, Guipúzcoa Provincial Council, the Basque Government, and the Spanish Government's Ministry of Culture, and our official sponsors, of course, Radio Televisión Española, EITV, and Movistar Plus, as well as our official collaborators, Audi and Cuchabank. And having said all this, it's the time to present the first award of the Cinemaldia 2024, the FIPRESCI Prize. This is a prize given by the International Federation of Film Critics dating back to 1925, to the dawn of cinema, and which was baptized FIPRESCI in 1930. Their awards, to make you understand, are like Michelin stars. By the way, I don't know whether I've told you, but Donostia is, along with Kyoto, the place in the world, city in the world with the most Michelin stars per square meter. And the critics of FIPRESCI give their prizes to prestigious films around the world, the most prestigious film festivals in the world. To reveal who will receive this year's prize, please welcome the critic from Brazil, Ella Bittencourt.
FIPRESCI, the International Federation of Cinematographic Press, which turns 100 years old next year, presents annually a Grand Prix for the best film of the year. A record number of 800 critics in 73 countries worldwide voted to award the Grand Prix Best Film of 2023 to Yorgos Lanthimos' dazzling, globe-trotting comedy, Poor Things.
I am finding being alive fascinating.
Y recoge el premio Manuel Muro.
With us to collect the prize is Manuel Muro, the general manager of Walt Disney Studio Motion Pictures. On behalf of John Bartimos and all of the people behind the film, I want to thank this award to the International Federation of Film Critics and to the Film Festival for taking it in. It's giving us a lot of pride, and it gives us puts our trust in films that challenge, inspire, and connect. Thank you very much. Good evening and welcome to Acclaimed Performers, a program where we interview famous actors and actresses to ask them how they get into the skin of their characters. With us today we have the actor Berto Romero. Berto, big round of applause for Berto. Berto, you're an acclaimed actor. Indeed I am. Since when? Since July 20th, this year. Oh, that's a very specific date. No, it's not. That's when I decided to become one. But isn't the audience who decides? Oh, Andrea, you just don't get some things. An actor is acclaimed when the audience decides, but he decides when its time has come, and then he himself informs the public subtly but steadily. You don't call a news conference and say, "Good afternoon, from now on, I am an acclaimed actor." No, you do it in other ways. You give hints, for example. Well, do you remember when a while back it became fashionable among actors to go out into the street or even to walk on the red carpet in pajamas? Yes, you may think, well, dickheads. Well, not at all. Acclaimed. Let's see if I understand. So, you have to go around in your pajamas to let folk know you're acclaimed. No, that's only one way. I, for example, have decided to grow a beard, which is another way. Like the King of Spain. He pinned one day on a beard and everyone got it straight away. Right, this isn't a joke anymore. Okay, or just, yes, they had to change, obviously, the stamps, all like Broncano. Are we talking seriously or not? Sorry. So, it's pajamas or a beard? No, that's a lot of ways. For example, another way is to answer questions at interviews saying completely obvious things, but obvious things, as if you were revealing great truths. You'll see. Just ask me a question. Well, let's see. How do you tackle a comedy scene? Well, Never from a comical angle, Andrew. Never from a comical angle. And that thing of saying my name and then repeating yourself, is that what an acclaimed actor does? No, that's just being a tosser, but it fits in. Then there are people who let you know with their attitude, like Sitangana, for example. Sitangana he's very acclaimed. You see him before bringing out his first album, you think, wow, this guy's truly acclaimed. He came out already acclaimed. Or Ricardo Darín, for example, he became acclaimed when he started to dye his hair grey. But he's still black, but people didn't value him with black hair, and he dyed it grey. Hi, C. Hi, Ricardo. I've never called them in my life. I don't even have their known by acclaimed folk do these things with one another. Well, to bring this to an end, because the truth is, I feel as if I've been talking to you forever. What are your plans for the future? Well, it's not a pleasure for me. What are your plans for the future as an acclaimed actor? Well, to change the way I perform, so that everyone can realize I'm an acclaimed actor. And you know, the acclaimed actor, when he performs, talks weirdly, he pauses where he shouldn't, changes his tone when it's not needed, uses accents that you won't find anywhere in the world. All of this creates a fascination in spectators who can't stop looking. It's like they're looking at an accident. I can prove it to you. Well, that'll be great. I'm going to do the start of, something like the start of Hamlet's monologue. First, the way I would have done it before the 20th of July, when I wasn't an unacclaimed actor, and now I'll do it now as an acclaimed actor. Okay? If you'll allow me? Okay, this is my moment. To be or to not to be, that's the question, or whether 'tis nobler is the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against the sea of troubles and by opposing them. How did you see that? Well, the truth is really a bit neutral. Now I'll do it as an acclaimed actor. To be or not to be. That's the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against the sea of troubles, and by opposing end them. I'm sure I'd get hired, and congratulations. Enjoy this new stage of your life. And that's all for today, folks. Next week, the acclaimed performers will talk to Ernie and Bert. And we'll leave you with a presentation of the Nossi Award to an acclaimed actor, but a real one. But let's ask the expert. But as you're of the group, is Javier Bardem an acclaimed actor? Please, Andrea, haven't you learned anything? I don't know. Okay. Bye. This week marks the 30th anniversary of Javier Bardem's first major award at an international festival. Guess where? Here in the Cinema al Día, on the 24th of September 1994. This festival awarded the Silver Shell to Javier for his performance in Días Contados. Let's remind ourselves of that moment.
Buenas noches. Concha de Plata al mejor actor. Javier Bardem por su trabajo en las películas Días Contados y El Detective y la Muerte.
Recoge Javier Bardem.
Gracias, Papá Vigas, por engendrarme. Gracias, Gonzalo Suárez, por confiar en mí, en tu riesgo.
Thank you, Daddy Bigas, for giving me life. Thank you for Gonzalo Suárez for trusting me, for taking the risk. Thank you to Uribe. Yet again, the Cinemaldia was the first event to recognize his talent. 30 years have gone by since then, and little could we imagine that the career of Javier Bardem and son of Pilar Bardem, nephew of Juan Antonio Bardem, and a member of the family of artists would take off the way it did. Javier has always found the challenge in every one of the roles he has played, with a chameleon-like ability to get into the character's skin and make them unique. From the tough country boy in Jamón Jamón to the Iberian macho of Huevos de Oro, the junkie of Días Contados, which sealed his fame, and his Romeo Dolorosa in Perdita Durango, which clearly highlighted the mimicking talent of a magnificent actor. His performance as Reinaldo Arenas in Before the Night Falls opened the door to a world market that welcomed him with open arms, and as confirmed by his Oscar for No Country for Old Men, and his collaboration also with Woody Allen in Vicky Cristina Barcelona. Despite the attraction of being a star in the North American market, Javier has never stopped being an actor of Spanish film, with great roles in movies as engaged as Los Lunes al Sol or El Buen Patrón. Few performers in the history of the cinema have known how to combine their stardom with artistic honesty, social commitment, and an almost magical talent for acting. His personal commitment to human rights is obvious as the director and producer of documentaries such as Invisibles, Hijos de las Nubes, and Sanctuario. The grandson of actor, son of an actor, brother of an actor, Javier Bardem has always remained faithful to the family tradition of defending acting as a tool for improving the world. Today, we have with us his siblings, Monica, his sister, and Carlos Bardem, his brother. Good evening. Good evening, San Sebastian. I'm very nervous. I think that there's practically a day in my life in which a colleague, an actor, or a technician in the theater, in the neighborhood, or in the chemist, or the supermarket says to me, "What a great actor is your brother is. He's the best actor in this country." And I said, "What? Excuse me?" I said, "What? Excuse me?" He's one of the greatest actors in the planet, of the entire planet. Thank you. All of this is for Javier. But what not everybody knows, and only a few privileged people who are very close to him, is that Javier is a better human being than an actor. He's a better son than he is an actor, better brother than he is an actor, better partner and a better father than an actor, and a better friend. If Javier loves you, he inhabits you, and being in his heart is something very, very beautiful. I want to thank him, the universe, every day for the fact that he can inhabit us and dwell in us, and in a world which is very worn out and misplaced. People like my brother make it be a place which is a bit kinder. Javier, we love you. Many years ago, Javier and I were working together. I was coming home one night. I opened the door to find Javier rehearsing in the corridor. I got a fright. What's the matter? I said, what are you doing? No, yes, I'm fine. He continued to practice, giving no explanation. I followed him, puzzled. I said in front of him, well, what the hell are you doing? He got up and said, I'm a worm. I said, what? No, you're not a worm. You're a great guy. And he looked at me and he got up and said, no, I mean, I'm pretending or feel what a worm is like in a bottle. I wasn't trying to be a worm in a bottle. I was trying to feel the feeling of isolation. That was 1993. Javier was preparing the detective and death. He wanted to be a worm, and now he travels on big worms over the sands. He's Javier, one of the greatest actors. If you put many of his films of his extensive career, you will never see Javier Bardem. You'll see 5 characters. This is an actor who goes towards the actor, who disappears. This capacity of creating, which is at the reach of very few actors, this ease, how he plays on the screen is the result of several things, of a respect generated by the profession of being an actor, a deep love of his job, a lot of research, training, and lots of work. But of this, the best person who can tell you about this is Juan Carlos Corazza, who is his teacher. Good evening. It's rather uncommon for an important award such as this not to be presented by a star. But that's the way Javier, the way it is, Javier, and I'm here. For me, it's a real honor. When he came to my classes, he was 20 years old, and he was brimming with curiosity and enthusiasm, and with the craziness of his youth. That love for acting and that eagerness to learn remain alive in him. And when the mad moments appear, he has the ability to turn them into awareness and inspiration for his work. He comes from a magnificent line of artists. His mother Pilar Bardem, his siblings Carlos and Mónica, his uncle Juan Antonio Bardem, his cousin Miguel, his grandparents, great aunts. And there's a certain, he also has a bit of adventure, a spirit of adventure that his father had. How great, how fortunate, how lucky that Javier found the love beside Penelope Cruz. Companions in life, and art, and love. And with their children, Leo and Luna. Javier personifies the vocation and commitment that is lived by so many artists, to serve the eternal art of telling stories. He has the courage to go further. He opens his heart to light and shade, to the pain and joy of his characters, his passion. He has the joy and the availability to be able to play in a team. He loves imagining and collaborating with directors, men and women, and colleagues, actors and actresses. And he has the gifts of humor, modesty, and generosity. He has empathy, the largest empathy I've seen with human suffering, a sense of justice, and involvement in social and humanitarian issues. Javier is an inspiration for many, an example for young people, an international reference. He's one of those actors who helping to make acting continue to evolve in this country and in other countries. Thank you, dear Javier. Continuing to walk together in friendship and in creation is a blessing. Thank you for giving us so many moving, fun, astonishing, and disturbing moments. And thank you for reminding us that art is a celebration of life, an invitation to take care of ourselves and to build rather than to destroy. Thank you, Javier, for your devotion to the fragile and mysterious current of the art, in the conviction that art is essential for the health of society. Thank you. To you, thank you, Javier. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Me llamo Javier. El cine es magia. Y yo por eso quiero ser actor.
Tiene alma de artista, como su madre.
One has such a different idea of oneself.
Tú no has visto en tu puta vida un yonki como yo, ¿sabes? Y sé que soy un compuesto de hombre y fiera.
It's time
to hunt a pirate.
Hola, Sparrow.
Do you have any idea how crazy you are? In war, you can win halfway, man.
Mommy was very bad. I've never seen the oppressed not become the oppressors. Never once. Eso quiere decir que yo, desde el punto de vista legal, no existo. Estoy en el aire y no tengo ningún país.
No es que no nos vean, es que no quieren vernos.
The time has come for a just solution. The people of the Western Sahara must be allowed to speak.
Amigos,
he sido testigo de las maravillas del último continente virgen del planeta, pero ahora es cuando nos enfrentamos al reto final.
This ends now. Por el amor de una mujer, jugué con fuego sin saber que era yo quien me quemaba.
¡Eres un guarro!
Ya, esto es una jamona.
Bebí en las fuentes del placer.
Vamos a pasar muy bien. Is it reasonable of me to ask you if you'll both join me in my room? You have to look me in the eye and let me know the truth.
De verdad, te pido que no nos volvamos a ver en la puta vida. ¡Fuera!
No me hagas eso. No.
You know what? Life doesn't always work out the way you want it to.
La amiga esta es una hija de la gran puta y una especuladora.
¡Nosotros no pactamos!
Loco de mierda.
Si tengo dos huevos, ¿por qué no puedo tener dos roles? Acuérdate de mí, por favor.
You must take my place.
I can't do that.
I don't care what you believe. I believe.
I have never been happier in all my life.
with, please welcome Javier Bardem, Donostia Award winner 2023. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That'll do. I want to thank you. Thank you. That'll do. Enough. This is live. We're on TV. We've got to follow the script. Thank you. I would like to tell you, I received it with a very open heart, undoubtedly, with all the love and the kindness that this festival has always shown me since I started with Los Huevos de Oro in 1993. And for me, it was lovely seeing the poster in the beginning of Maria Cristina, me touching my balls on the poster and saying, my God, what have I done? And it was the beginning of a great friendship with this beautiful film festival that has given me so much and gives me personally and professionally. And for all of the people that I've loved have come and I admire have come through here personally, my family, my mother, our mother, Mum, who we all remember each and every day because of her presence, always in our heart and in our ears, and always indicating which is the path, the correct path to take towards what is ethical and towards dignity. Directors like Bigas Luna, that for me is the beginning, is the origin of having the great fortune that your work is baptized by a person who's so beautiful and so kind and so much fun, who took care of yourself, took care of you like Bigas Luna is the biggest gift that I've received at a professional level. San Sebastián is a place where 30 years ago I won an award that I still don't believe that they gave it to me. And here I'm here now receiving this one from my brothers and sisters who I love and I admire and I adore. And I thank them because they educated me, because at a moment my mother had to be working for 26 of the 24 hours a day. They educated me. They acted like my mother and father when it wasn't their turn to do so. And if I'm alive, physically talking, not only spiritually and emotionally, it's because my brother and sister were taking care of me and giving me their attention and their love. So thank you to both of them. And then I was the great lucky, I knocked on the door and Juan Carlos Corazza opened the door and I started to work with him and discover love and the difficulty that it is to be able to do our work in a dignified manner, because the work we do when we act has to do with the truth, has to do with honesty. It's all the contrary to manipulating or to lying. It has to be from a place of transparency and nudity, emotionally speaking, mentally speaking, ideologically, from a judgment standpoint. It's work that takes all our lives, because we continue to be people with prejudices, with complexes, traumas, and with pity and with hate and rage that get us away from creativity, that get us away from people, move us away from people. But Juan Carlos, every day I'm with him, he teaches me always a humanitarian, a human more than a humanitarian, human lesson upon the importance of breathing, of feeling the soles of your feet, and to looking and listening to the person in front of you. And that nowadays is much more important than ever, because We don't do it because of the screens in our mobile phones, and we don't do it because it's much easier to hate. It's much easier to look at the other person and to recognize what separates us more than what brings us together. And working with Juan Carlos, who's a master in acting and a friend who I love, has always been to recognize the importance of being for the other person from the humble work of an actor. In the press conference, I said that an actor needs ego to stand in front of a mirror or a camera or on stage. Of course, because otherwise they couldn't do it. Well, once you do it, that ego has to be left to one side so that the character can inhabit you. So what you want to tell can be strong enough and protagonize that issue, not you, not your traumas, or your desires, or your ambitions, And I only know how to do this when it works, because Juan Carlos takes me by the hand, because he knows much about human beings, and I've had the great fortune of being able to prepare with you actually all of the parts that are portrayed. And there's not a day in which I'm never astonished with his capacity of realizing of details of our behaviors that make us unique, which is the most marvelous thing about portraying a character. What makes that person unique? Thank you, Juan Carlos, for accompanying me so many years. I love you very much. And finally, I want to dedicate this to 4 people. My mother, our mother, as I say, is present, and she's here in the theater, and she's happy. I can feel it, that she's happy. To a woman who I love and who I've shared a life with. And I want to give my gratitude, deep gratitude, for the human being you are, and how you become responsible of life, the life of your children, the life of your family, your mother, yours, your friends, the life of art, the life of others. There are many people that you don't know but you suffer for, and that you take care of, and undoubtedly the life of this gentleman who's here, who loves you and thanks you very much for it. And that's it. And with this, Mr. Rebordinos and the marvelous team in San Sebastian, because they're very nice people, as well as the audience in this festival, or that is to say, you people. This is for my kids, our kids, Leonardo and Luna, the 2 beings, human beings that are very marvelous, and the great fortune of the fate that we've encountered, to be able to take care and guide and to try to teach them to not betray themselves, to be honest with what they want and desire, as long as they don't harm anyone. And above all, they're teaching us, us as parents, to be a bit better people, and undoubtedly to be better parents. Diego and Luna, I love you, and this, I'll take it to you tomorrow. I love you, and thank you very much to everyone. Congratulations. If you'll let me think, very well collected, that award, and very well given too, because if anything that sets the Cinemaldia apart from other competitions is that the awards are decided directly by the jury, with no nominees at all. This is the cinema, not Pop Idol. Of course, yes, with conviction. That stuff about nominees, from my opinion, it's a bit shameful. It's as if the jury could not be bothered finishing its work. Well, we can't decide between these four. We'll see on the day of the gala. And we'll tell you. Imagine, if everyone did the same thing, I'm going to operate you but I'll choose in the operating theatre where I'll do a bypass or operate your leg or whatever. You can't do that. Bring the notary to, Javier was saying, and the trauma for the actors. Well, what I mean, actors like us, Berto like me and you, well, much more like me. Well, you've never been nominated for the Goya. Yeah, true, but you've been presented. Oh, I did get Feroz and Marcha. Talking seriously, okay, it's great. Feroz is great, but it's not the same, Andrew. That wasn't for the cinema. You're not getting it. This is something that I have to discuss with someone, and it hasn't been through it. Someone like the president of the Spanish Academy of Performing Arts, Cayetana Guillén Cuervo. Oh, of course. Welcome. Good evening. How exciting to be here. I love Rebordinos. Well, how can I help you? Well, he doesn't understand me, Cayetana. You were nominated for a Goya. Yes, I was nominated as the best actress for El Abuelo of my dear José Luis García, but I didn't get it. And the film was also nominated for the Oscar as the best foreign film, but we didn't get it. We're being left with a great group of winners. In my case, it was bittersweet. I understand, because Penélope Cruz won it, who I love you beautiful woman. Penélope Cruz won it for La Niña y sus Ojos, which was her first Goya. Very noble. It was Javier Pereira won the. I've never said a word to him since, because he won it. Now, if we haven't seen him, but that's the way it goes. Let me tell you, if I'd have known how many Penelope wins one after that, I would have taken away from her. But let me explain these prior moments. You know, those moments that are hugely stressful, you know that you're not going to read that is only understood by someone who's been nominated, for example, Andreu Buenafuente. He can't understand, no matter how you can explain it. I can't imagine, but I can see it. I can see it, and I can see it now. Because that's why we're in Spanish Televisión Española. We're going to recreate, we're going to recover the moment in which they nominated you and the face. As long as it's only your face, well, you can't imagine. Well, colleagues, please, let's see it. This is horrible. And the nominees for the Best Actor Goya are Berto Romero for Tres Bodas de Más. Look at him smile. And the winner this year is Javier Pereira. What? Well, what can I say? I haven't seen the image, but now look at him, man. You look fine. He has a glossy face. Well, you're looking older by the day. My skin looks better now, I think. You're hiding behind so much hair. It looks like the back of a dog. I've seen him very well. You can't tell at all that he wanted to kill Javier Pereira. This section, let's forget about it. But the most important thing is that in the San Sebastian Festival, this doesn't happen. Nobody loses. No one loses, as I was saying, and it's all thanks to the jury. So let's welcome the jury of the 72nd San Sebastian International Film Festival, made up of Leila Guerriero, writer and journalist. Fran Kranz, actor and director. Christos Nicor, director. Carol Escota, producer. Ulrich Seidel, director. And the director and president of the jury, Jaiona Comborda. All of them are professionals with highly regarded careers. We invite the great president winner of last year's Golden Shell, Jaione Gamborda. Good evening. It's especially moving for me to be here today in the place of my birth, accompanied by the jury, by great movie makers and professionals, with an enormous sensitivity, and at this enormously important film festival, whose high standard and freedom of expression resonate all over the globe. As a jury member of this edition, we assume this responsibility from respect, commitment, and love for the cinema and the life that transpires in it, like a compass in our decisions. The coming days will be exciting, days of immersion via the big screen, in all of those aspects that unite us and shape us as human beings, as the inhabitants of this strange and fascinating world in which we live. I hope that you enjoy this 72nd edition of the Cinema al Día. Thank you very much. Thank you very much to the members of the jury, and thank you to Cayetana Guillermo Cuervo. Thank you. Thank you. We're finishing, my dear friend. It's now time to introduce the opening movie of the Cinema al Día, Emmanuel, a new version based on a more feminist take on the 1959 novel by Emmanuel Arzán. And before a random punter starts hyperventilating and shouting, bloody woke culture, you've got a nerve to this sully icon of my teen titillation, I'd like to remind you that Emmanuel is a saga with more than 40 films. What? Yes, what you hear. More than 40. The Marvel saga is a joke compared to the Emmanuel Cinematic Universe. Emmanuel has done everything. In this saga, there are titles like, and I'm not inventing anything, titles like Emmanuel in Space or Emmanuel versus Dracula. So, I don't remember the one in space. Well, let's have a look at it. Well, if she was able to defeat the Prince of Darkness, then she'll have no bother with the patriarchy. So let's relax. Let's watch the trailer for the film, the good one we are presenting here today at the festival in competition.
Tell me something. What goes on in the head of a person in front of a closed door when they don't really know if they're wanted? If they open the door, they're either transgressing or fulfilling someone's desire.
Depends who's behind the door, I guess.
Have you decided to enjoy yourself?
When you were in my room, what did you do?
I went in your bath.
You should get out.
Let yourself go. I'm afraid.
A delicious feeling.
And what's your name?
With us, we have the film team, the director Audrey Duwan, the actresses Naomi Medlan, Sasha Huang, and the actors Will Sharp and Jamie Campbell-Bower. Being a contender in the official selection means that the team can't tell us about it or say anything in its favor. I feel like asking him a question and watching him squirm. Congratulations for the film and lots of luck. Please give them a round of applause. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Well, it's like a bird comes into a house and we got it. I think they were doing it right and we got it wrong. Barbara, Berto, my colleagues, I'm going. This is the end. We're coming to the end of the gala, and if we can, let me do it with a tribute to the Basque culture. As long as you don't murder Mikel Laboa's song, we're never going to forgive you. Go right ahead. No, it's not me who's going to do it. I want to end with one of the expressions of Basque culture that I find most impressive, which is the aurresku, which is a solemn dance performed by way of tribute. And you have to be very sure of yourself. Shows the character of these people. You've got to be sure of yourself as a people to welcome the top authority with a single person dancing for them. Yes. But the aurresku is performed to the authorities, right, Barbara? Yes, but you have to dance it to someone. Like, for example, you can dance it to Penelope, for example, it occurs to me. But we have to decide who's the maximum authority here. Tangana. To not enter into that debate, I think the best thing is for me to dance it. No, you can't dance it to yourself. No. Whoever pays, well, whoever you hired, well, okay, that's what I did. I get the Lendakari is here, the Basque president, but Berto, he's not going to dance for you. I think that's ugly. It's an insult. What do you mean an insult? The guy's been here since 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Let's have the dancer come in. Oh, trust me. Big round of applause for this dancer. You don't know how happy I am. No, how excited I am. Gabon, good evening. Wait a second. It's a mix. It sounds very modern. That's better. Oh, don't. Take it easy. No problem. No. It's all okay. It's all good. Don't worry. It's all good. Don't worry. Let's put a tourniquet on him. Like a tourniquet. No. Listen, I take this all with me. No, don't worry. Lift your arm. This never happened in the Goyas. No, this is San Sebastian. Thank you very much. And patience, please. I think you're okay. No, I think you're okay.